Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently. Just been busy with stuff and thinking about stuff, but decided I'd record a reaction to my reaction of the bounce post, I guess. So this is for the new season 5 update, which will be introducing Gambit. He seems cool. I'm excited, and apparently, from what I've heard, there's a lot of tank bats in here, so let's dive into it. Season 5 is here, and the Marvel Rivals universe is more dynamic than ever. With new powers awakening, alliances shifting, and rivalries burning hotter than a phoenix's flame, every hero faces a new challenge. Will you rise to the occasion or feel the heat of the nerf hammer? Let's break down who's getting powered up and who needs to recalibrate their strategy. So for the tanks, Angela, the hand of heaven sharpens her edge, bring even slightly greater threat to the battlefield. Increased movement speed of Assassin's Charge accelerated dash state from 16 meters per second to 18 meters per second. Increase Heaven's Retribution, the ult, spear health from 600 to 800. Okay, so that's in my opinion, that's a pretty nice buff. I'm so sorry if I'm coughing a lot. Getting over an illness, so yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I think that's a good buff overall. I'm excited to see how that plays in game. Captain America. Steve Rogers steps up as the ultimate team player. Freedom Charge ultimate ability new effect. Allies within its path gain a 30% boost to ultimate energy charge efficiency. In my opinion, I think that's like probably the biggest buff Cap could have gotten. I feel like he might be permaban in like just comp because of how broken that is. Basically just like everyone gets ults quicker if you play together. So Groot, the gentle giant, gets tougher. Ironwood Wall, new effect. Gain unstoppable status when within 15 meters of awakened Ironwood Wall. No, I can't remember what the unstoppable status actually means, but that might be decent because Groot's already good, so any buffs just make him better. So Hulk, the Green Goliath's protection game goes Gamma. So Gamma burst new effect. Each direct hit reduces indestructible guard cooldown by 1 second. In my opinion, that's a huge quality of life. I think that Hulk getting that buff is really nice because like getting healed more often will be nice. And then Magneto. Max amplifies his shielding frequency for both self and allies. Separate the cooldowns of Metal Bulwark and Iron Bulwark. Now activating one won't send the other on cooldown. Reduce Metal Bulwark and Iron Bulwark shield value from 250 to 200. They really do just be buff and mag. Holy fuck. Wait, that's in my opinion that's OP. I think this is broken. This is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Penny Parker. Spider's pilot takes teamwork to the next level. Allies and Penny's cyberwebs now receive the same healing over time and a movement boost effects as her. Movement boost for allies is 25%, healing is 15 per second. Ally excess healing converts into bonus health up to 25. The Thing. But yeah, I think Penny, that's a nice quality of life buff. And then the Thing is probably going to have some good juicy buffs in it. Ben Grimm doubles down on defense and offense. Embattled Leap, remove damage reduction from single leap target. Now grants 20% damage reduction to all allies within 5 meters of his landing point. Reduce damage reduction to self from 25% to 20%. That's actually decent. I think that is really a good change. Battle Blitz, removed damage reduction from self. Now applies 20% vulnerability to all enemies within 5 meters of its landing point. So he now does more damage if he decides to do that ability. Nice. Okay. Reduce stone haymaker base damage from 90 to 55 and remove 50 bonus health gained during ability activation. New effect. Deal bonus damage equal to 8% of enemies' max health per hit. Gain bonus health equal to damage dealt up to 100. I don't know how to feel about that. Because I feel like the right click is like how he survived so long. So I think enough right click might be a bad call. But yeah, that's all the tank buffs. I think overall the tank buffs, they're pretty solid. That was, in my opinion, some solid buffs. The only one I really didn't agree with was probably not Penny, Thing. The Thing Stonemaker change. Like, I don't think the Stone Haymaker needed that. I feel like that's just gonna maybe make him worse. So now we got the duelists. Hawko. Clint's precision packs a slightly bigger punch. Increase Archer's focus maximum bonus damage from 75 to 90. I don't know what that means. Like, in terms of Hawkeye. Because I don't play the character. But more damage is always nice. So I don't know. That might be talking about the charge meter, maybe? I'm not really sure. Maybe like the charge meter does more bonus damage now. I couldn't tell you, but that's better than nothing. Mr. Fantastic, okay. Reed Richards gets even stretchier and tougher. Reflexive rubber can now be used during inflated state after reaching 100 elasticity. So he can now use the form that blocks damage and in inflated. Okay. Unless that's something else, and I'm pretty sure that is his shift. And then remove the 350 bonus health on entering inflated state. Now gain 350 maximum health and a one-time heal of 350, which removed upon exiting the inflated state. So he can now be healed. He's now like a tank. Instead of him having base health and shields, he now has more base health, and he can be healed back up. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Phoenix. Jean Grey's Cosmic Fire burns brighter. Adjust Cosmic Flames maximum fall off of 30 meters from 60 to 75%. So she now does 75% damage at 30 meters instead of 60. Spider-Man, here we go. Spider-Man buffs. Let's see what they did. Spider-Man. Peter Parker's web slinging offense gets a slight lift. Reduce web cluster energize time from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Increase amazing combo damage from 60 to 70. So the web cluster thing, that's nice quality of life in my opinion. And then that might be uppercut. I think that might be the uppercut doing more damage. And 10 more damage is actually a lot for Spider-Man. I wonder how that's gonna play. But yeah, I think that's a good buff. Might need more that needs to be done to make this character good, but definitely in the right direction. Squirrel Girl. Doreen's nutty offense gets a boost. Increase burst acorn damage from 100 to 110. So, is that reverting the change from last season? It might be. But Squirrel Girl now does more damage. Sorry, low elo players. Enjoy that in bronze to gold. Fuck. Storm. Aurora empowers her allies with even greater force. Increase weather control. Thunder's damage boost to allies from 10 to 12. Increase Goddess boost. Thunder's damage boost to allies from 12 to 15%. So Storm's giving more damage boost. that's gonna be interesting to see. Especially if Jeff's still strong. If Storm's strong and Jeff's strong, then that just makes the team up more viable, which might be a problem. But yeah, I think that's nice for Storm. And then the Punisher. Frank Castle loses his team up anchor bonus but gains 4 power. Increases his base health to 300. Adjusted adjudication maximum fall off at 40 meters from 70 to 85%. So you know does 85% damage at maximum range instead of 70. Increased pellets fired per deliverance round from 14 to 16. So shotgun buff. So I don't know if he had a damage buff before, but that seems like a weird way to buff him after the team up rank was gone. I know he got the health, I just didn't know if he got damage as well. And then Wolverine, a Vanguard's greatest fear. Logan's claws get deadlier, especially against Vanguards. Increase Savage Claws percentage damage for each point of rage from 0.045% to 0.057%. So a plus 0.012% increase for percentage damage on that attack from rage. Increase Vicious Rampage percentage damage for each point of rage to the same value. And then reduce this cooldown to 12 seconds. Damn. Oh, it might be time to bring out the Wolverine bands again, because hey, he was already doing a lot of damage to tanks, so this is just this is interesting. Okay, so that's the DPS. I think DPS was fine. I think DPS was probably the weakest so far. I didn't really enjoy the DPS buffs. Like, a lot of them were just kind of or weird in my opinion. Like, we got another season of Bucky being really strong. Moon Knight didn't get changed. Like, yeah, a lot of the characters that were strong haven't been changed in any way. Hela's still strong the more. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And how the DPS meta changes, I don't think it'll change by much. Maybe Wolverine will become a popular pick. But now, the strategists. Adam Warlock. Adam's cosmic control and ultimate impact are enhanced. Increase soul flight speed from 6 meters per second to 12 meters per second. I'm guessing that's his E, so his E travels faster. So, and then reduce Karmic Revival or mobility energy cost from 4,700 to 4,500. And increase ally detection radius from 30 to 35 meters. So they're just like Giga Buff Dissolve. Damn. So he gets ult quicker. I'm assuming that's his E, so his healing travels quicker, which means he can get ult quicker, and his res has larger range. That's interesting, especially when triple support is so meta right now. And then Cloak and Dagger. The dynamic duo's durability increases. Increase base health from 250 to 275. The way I see this buff is that it counters out the Spidey buff. So Cloak gets more health, so then Spidey can't one-shot, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's the thing. But that now means you only there's only like a few 250 HP characters on support though, because you got Adam, Mantis, Ultron Invis. Wait, is Invis 275? She might be. But yeah, I think that's just a way for them to prevent the backlash of Spider-Man buffs. And then Invis Woman. Susan Storm's powers of ability are up. Increase all projection hit damage from 25 to 30. Projectile maximum range from 30 to 35 meters. And projectile speed from 120 meters per second to 150 meters per second. So orb buff. Increase force physics length from 30 to 35 meters, so her push and pull are now longer, which in my opinion was the strongest part of her kit. So I don't know how to feel about that. Guardian Shield new effect. If no Guardian Shield is present, pressing the recall tree. Sorry, I can't speak there. If no Guardian Shield is present, pressing the recall key, the recall key now deploys a shield in front of Invisible Woman. So Invisible Woman can now put a shield in front of her if she hasn't got a shield out on someone else. Damn. That is something. Especially with the slow. I think this is unneeded. I think I can see this. I think this is fine, but I think these two might just be a bit too much. And then I'm seeing that we've got some Loki stuff. So yeah, I think Invis is already hard meta. I think this is kind of ridiculous that they're making her neutral kit even better. And then Loki. Oh my god. The tricks of God gets trickier and tougher. Increase base health from 250 to 275. Adjust mystical missiles damage fall off at 3 meters from 50 to 80%. New effect. Now heals directly hit allies for an extra 10 health. So Loki got HP buff. A lot of survivability buffs, so I don't know how to feel about that because it's really hard to kill supports. I think this is just going to make triple support hard meta, and I don't really want to deal with that. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket buff as well, damn. Rocket support and firepower are slightly tuned up. BRBs on a shorter cooldown. Increase repair mode maximum count from 5 to 7. And projectile speed from 60 to 80, so I'm guessing that's yellow orbs. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume that's what that is. And then increase bombard mode projectile speed from 150 to 180 meters per second, so faster. So he got a buff on, I'm pretty sure that's on his actual gun, and then I think that's the healing orbs. But I'm not sure. But again, I don't think we needed rocket buffs. I think rocket was really, really good with the state of his amp, and like, yeah, I just don't think support needed hard buffing. I think this might be a mistake. Okay, new team ups. Blade of Khonshu, Moonlight Blade. Moonlit Vengeance meets Vampiric Fury. This team up is slashing through the night with even sharper synergy. As the team up anchor, Moonlight gains 5% boost in damage output, and then Blade gains the ability for the team up. Explosive Entanglement. Deal the cards, bend the metal. This partnership is stacking the deck in Gambit's favor. As the team up anchor, Gambit gains a 5% increase in healing effects, and then Mag receives the ability for the team up. The Sword of Duality, light, shadow, and a little sharpshooting. They're ready to strike from every angle, and then Hawkeye just unlocks his ability, no anchor bonus. Adjuster removed. Hawkeye's out of Chilling Assault. The Lunar Force team up has been removed. Magneto is out of Mental Projection. Operation Microchip has been removed. Primal Flame. Widow has been added with the new Phoenix Sniper ability, which allows her to heal. And that's it. That are the patch notes. So that is your Season 5 patch for Marvel Rivals. I think the tank buffs were cool. I think the DPS buffs were mixed. And then I think the support buffs were unnecessary with the amount of survivability they got. So I think support is going to be, my prediction for the meta is probably going to be triple support. Yeah, that's pretty rough. What else in here was a bit bad? I think this is a crazy buff. The cap buff, as someone who plays cap, I think that's ridiculous. This is like the only one I wouldn't agree with. I'd agree Angela needed a buff. I don't know if I'd agree that Bull needed a buff, but I don't know what unstoppable status is yet. But if it is what I think it is, well, like, I'm pretty sure he just becomes CC immune, which is something. I think the Hulk buff's good. I think the mag buff is ridiculous as well. So only two L's, maybe 3 L's on here. Penny buff's nice. I think this change to the Haymaker might be the worst decision they've ever made for Thing. Hawkeye, that's just nice. This is really not, well, the Mr. Fantastic buffs, I think that just makes him really good, but not in an annoying way. Because you can't just farm thing, you know, he has to actually get healed. And then Jean Grey, so Phoenix buffs. Spidey buffs are going to be interesting to see how they play out, especially with community reception. Squirrel Girl buff, we'll see how that plays. Storm buff, again, I think that could be really scary with Jeff not getting nerfed. I think this could be a really scary character to go against. Might be a ban, or Jeff might be a ban. Punisher, some interesting buffs because obviously he uses a team up banker bonus, but hopefully that means he's still alright. Wolverine buffs are scary. I don't know how much this will affect him. In my opinion, the biggest thing is the leap cooldown. I think that's crazy. Well, not crazy, but I think that's good. Like for the players who play Wolverine, they have less downtime between like their attacks, which is nice. I'm scared for the damage buff. I'm hoping that this doesn't translate to be too crazy, and it's just something chill. But you never know. And then Adam buffs, I think, may have been unneeded. Cloak buff, unneeded, but I think it was just to counteract Spidey. This, apart from the orb, I think unneeded. I mean, this is cool, but like, I just think makes her survivability a bit too good. She can just like save herself from any hit scan now by just pressing her callback key. Low-key buffs, I think, were needed, but I don't think they were needed in this way. I think the base health increase is stupid. I think Rocket didn't need buffs, and yeah. I think this might be like an alright patch. If I'd give this patch like a 6 out of 10. Because the tank buffs, for the most part, are really nice. Like, the tank buffs are awesome. But I just don't see how any of these other buffs really change the meta in a meaningful way, apart from maybe Wolverine becoming more meta, and maybe Spider-Man getting a bit more powerful, but I don't think that'll mean he would matter. I don't think this here makes it matter. I think what they're trying to do is switch it to like a forward-back composition, because Punisher got some, like, there's a lot of damage range buffs, brawl, more poke. I think that like brawl, she's like a brawl character. Poke, he is kind of like dive, I guess, but poke, dive, which is interesting to see a dive coding going above, and then dive. But yeah, I think overall the patch was like a 6, maybe 7 out of 10. I think the support buffs may lead to consequences down the line, but we'll have to wait and see to see how it plays. Hopefully support isn't giga strong, especially with Gambit being able to cleanse things. I think that seeing a Doctor Strange buff in here is scary, because Strange can now be cleansed by Gambit. I think a lot of the tanks that weren't good are going to be a lot better now. Maybe apart from Thing. I don't know how good he's going to be. These are some interesting changes. It's just, you have to wait and see type thing. But yeah, I think overall this is an alright patch. Better than the last patch we got, 4.5. I didn't upload it or like record it, but in my opinion, the 4.5 patch was the worst patch we've ever had. And I think this is just alright. I just hope that the support isn't too strong, and if it is too strong, that they hot patch it. But yeah, that's all from me. I've been yapping now for 25 minutes, so if you guys have enjoyed and you're still here, please make sure to drop a like and sub. It's greatly appreciated. I'm gonna try and upload more, so yeah, please do. That'd be really nice. And yeah, I hope you excited for season 5. I hope you're all having a good day, and make sure you guys all stay safe. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Goodbye, and see you on the next one.